This is really, really interesting. Honestly, I feel like the guy who does the announcements for the boxing matches. It's time! It's time! Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It is time! Because the Detroit Red Wings have made themselves a pretty interesting change to their lineup that I think we should probably analyze right here. Take a look at what Ansar Khan tweeted out earlier this morning on Twitter. Here are the Detroit Red Wings power play units heading into tonight's game against the Seattle Kraken. You have Alex DeBrincat as the net front guy, Dylan Larkin on the bumper, Raymond Kane on the flanks, and Axel Sandin-Pellikka at the point. Second unit, you've got JVR Rasmussen rotating net front, Kopp on the bumper, Danielson Finney on the flanks, and Seider on the point. As we said, it's time! Because Axel Sandin-Pellikka is now being given the opportunity as the number one power play guy. And I'm gonna be honest, I think this is coming a lot sooner than most of us expected. I didn't really think that folks were expecting Axel Sandin-Pellikka to be the number one power play guy in his first season of NHL play. Never mind the fact that Axel Sandin-Pellikka even made the NHL this year, which is not the most surprising thing in the world when you really boil it down, but considering how he played last season against AHL competition, it's like, okay, yeah, if he could have used another season in the AHL, just developing, getting used to the North American game, that would have been, like, reasonable. It wouldn't have been a bad take to say that. But now, Axel Sandin-Pellikka is a full-time Red Wing, as he rightfully should be. Who else is going to be on the right side there? And he has demoted Moritz Seider on the top power play. He has that opportunity. Now, what's quite interesting is, I've been seeing so many folks on social media, specifically Yahoo, going out there and talking about what this means for the Seider camp. You got a lot of folks going out there and saying, wait a minute, no, Mo Seider is not on Power Play 1 anymore, this is bad for my fantasy team, etc., etc. Because, unfortunately, I don't know if you noticed, but Axel Sandin-Pellikka isn't really too much of a household name, so it's not like too many folks actually own ASP at this time. I mean, he's just a rookie after all, right? Mo Seider has been a monster in fantasy hockey the past few years, with all the peripherals, all the banger categories. He hits, he blocks, he does everything you need a defenseman to do, because realistically, I mean, the past few years, Seider has been the only good defenseman Detroit has had. But he also produced points because he was on that power play unit. And I think there is some sort of a legacy factor that you can bring into this conversation too. Like, hey, Mo Seider has been the guy for so long. It's kind of his territory on that power play 1, especially with the absence of Gustafsson. There's no reason to have Seider not be in that spot up until now, because Axel Sandin-Pellikka, throughout the course of the season, has really started to get his game going. As we mentioned in a video a few days ago, it was the game against Anaheim. Yeah, that's what it was. Axel Sandin-Pellikka is really starting to get offensive conversions to go his way, and this is something that we were all so excited for. Seeing what he's capable of doing in Sweden finally translate into the National Hockey League game, from long-range shots to just high-volume shots. There's one thing that ASP is super good at that I think a lot of other folks around the NHL kind of struggle with. It's just getting over that mental block. It's him and Quinn Hughes that are just not afraid to fire it towards the goal no matter the circumstance. And that's not to say that ASP is careless with it, it's just he has a very no-nonsense approach to creating offense in the NHL. And furthermore, this is what TODD MCLELLAN went out there and said about Axel Sandin-Pellikka being the number one power play guy. Take a look at this. We've gone a while with Axel Sandin-Pellikka, and all along we anticipated that he'd probably get an opportunity there. But we just didn't want to give it to him right off the bat, TODD MCLELLAN said. We wanted to see how he'd handle the other unit going into Sunday's game. We'd given up opportunities the night before on some sloppy play, so it was a small adjustment, and I thought he did a really good job in that situation. Our power play was dangerous that night. Only got us 1 goal, but it was very dangerous, and he played a big role in it. Now, we have ourselves an update on Mo Seider. TODD MCLELLAN explained why Seider has gotten demoted. On the other unit, I thought Mo had a really good shooting mentality. Feeding pucks through, and we definitely need that as well. So, for one night, I thought it was mission accomplished, but it's got to show up every night. Here are some more quotes on Axel Sandin-Pellikka. TODD MCLELLAN says that he has a really good vision, he moves laterally, but he's calm. A quarterback has to create opportunities or holes or ice for other people. Even in football, you have to be able to hold the ball long enough so that your receivers can get the holes and stuff like that. And Axe does a good job of that. He's got good vision, and that's been his calling card throughout his young career, especially over in Sweden. So, this is, of course, something that I think long-term Axel Sandin-Pellikka truthers will take in stride. An opportunity on a power play unit with some of the hottest players in the NHL. Maybe that's a good thing, but then again, you have to think about it like, yeah, Raymond, Larkin, Kane, DeBrincat have been so good this year, but I think everybody else has kind of been not great in terms of offensive point production, at least on the forward side of things. Like, Emmett Finney has kind of fell off in terms of production. Marco Kasper only has 3 points this season. There are a number of guys whose play you can say has been fine, but who just haven't been producing too much. And outside of those 4 guys on the power play, Kane, Cat, Raymond, and Larkin, I could probably say that there needs to be some improvement offensively from some of these other forwards. But hey, Axel Sandin-Pellikka is moving up from being on a power play with some of these middle 6 guys to legitimately being on one of the most dangerous power plays in the National Hockey League, it seems. I wasn't able to get Kane back on my fantasy league because somebody else snagged him up. It seems like they may have been watching my videos, who really knows. But yeah, no. If Axel Sandin-Pellikka can produce on the power play with the Red Wings, then maybe he's an all of a sudden pickup. And for Seider owners, I feel bad. But I think it's fair to say that this was going to happen inevitably. Maybe not this soon, but at some point it was probably going to happen. So, the Wings play off against the Kraken later today. Joey Daccord is back, which is going to be a pretty big boost for that Kraken squad. I am an absolute believer in Joey Daccord and everything that he's able to do on the ice. So, if the Wings can prove me wrong, then hey, that will be a pretty big wake-up call to what this team is capable of. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about Axel Sandin-Pellikka's huge opportunity at the detriment of Moritz Seider? And what does that mean to you heading into the next few years? How well do you think he's going to do in this role for the foreseeable future? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.